In this bike, it says that this is limited to 35 kilowatt. And I know I mentioned that like 3 or 4 times already. But for this limitation, this bike is powerful. And here we have the Street Triple 675. Nice color. It is unfortunately limited 35 kilowatt, but it's a beautiful bike. And let's see how it handles. Okay, I'm planted. Very nice height. Seat so far seems to be comfortable. Very smooth first gear. So the Street Triple, they say it's a bit of a hooligan bike. Perhaps that's why here they have the tamed version, 35 kilowatt. So this obviously is a little bit more sporty. My legs are bent quite more aggressively than in some of the other bikes that I tried today. Nice sound, very nice sound. And if I would compare now this bike to the Suzuki 8T or 8TT, the tamed version of that bike was not as punchy as this one. This one has more power. You turn the throttle and you feel it much more, even in this limited version. Even in this limited version, you feel it much more. Makes it much more fun. The bumps are not your friend in this case, so you feel them. As you go through them. Oh, I like this engine braking. And this is 35 kilowatt limitation. Wow. This is a sportier bike, so the seat is also a little bit harder. It feels very planted, even with some bumps. Oh, I love this engine braking. Oh, interesting mishap now. I think I got my pants kind of stuck on on the edge of the seat. Yeah. I don't know exactly what to say now. In this bike, it says that this is limited to 35 kilowatts, and I know I mentioned that like 3 or 4 times already. But for this limitation, this bike is powerful. It accelerates quickly. It's actually super fun. And I've been riding other nakeds today, and even this version being limited, it's more fun than some of the unlimited versions that I rode today. I like how it handles. I like how the engine sounds. I like how it accelerates and how it's, you know, the engine braking does its stuff. I will probably say that I might not like the fact that my legs are quite a bit bent, and I would expect that maybe after half an hour, 45 minutes, I'll be feeling them. This has a very nice sound, this engine. And it's also very, very smooth. I don't have the going at lower speeds, like the jerkiness. And I would say the jerkiness of twin cylinder engines, which in a way I like on my Vulcan S, but you come to this one and it doesn't exist, and it's so nice. Okay, the brake is not crazy. Not like an XSR900 that I would just touch the brake and I was like, okay, I'm gonna fly over the handlebars. But this bike is nimble, it's powerful, very good throttle control. Let's see what I can do here. This bike inspires confidence. It's really impressive. It's quick. So mirrors are pretty good. I can see everything I need to see behind me. This bike doesn't vibrate that much. A slight minus that I've had with some of the Trident motorcycles, it was a little bit on the display, in the sense that I get reflections. I see myself on that display, especially with the sun hitting almost in front of me. It can be a little bit trickier to see the information that you might need. This is such a fun bike. And it holds the power. Like, I'm doing 60 kilometers an hour now. It's in 5th gear, and I was before just in 6th. It holds it. I had a feeling, for instance, in Suzuki GSX-8T that, you know, I would be doing like, I would be in like third gear. But it's a super smooth engine. It's actually pretty relaxed to ride in this motorcycle. Fun. It inspires confidence. You know, engine braking has become a thing for me. With my Vulcan S, that has a pretty good engine braking. I had the feeling that when I tried the Triumph Trident 660, I also limited 35 kilowatt version, that I was missing a lot of engine braking. Definitely that is not the case on this Street Triple 765. I like to cut the gas and feel the bike slowing down, and then if needed I can use the brakes. This is an amazing bike to ride. The Blipper is awesome. Yeah, I'm realizing that when I need to stop, this my pants get stuck into the kind of get stuck here on the seat corner, which can be slightly annoying. But that might be my pants issue. Quickshifter is beautiful. It's smooth to engage, upshifting, downshifting. This is such a fun bike. And I'm I'm riding this as a sane person. You know, other than trying a couple of acceleration situations before, just to try it out since it's the first time I'm riding it. I'm just keeping to the speed limit and riding like a normal person. But I can easily see this being like a bike that you would every now and then decide to unleash the monster. Looks like up there we have our police friends again, making sure that people are not speeding and being stupid around here. Actually, with the radar looking at the speed limit, I think it's the first one that I've seen checking the speed. I've seen them today multiple times in this part because we have so many bikes. In this 2-day event that you can come and just try any bike you want. It's such a fun bike. I don't know, this is probably the 8th bike that I'm riding today, and it's definitely the most fun. Even has a limited version of what this bike can be. Stable, planted in turns. You do feel a little bit the bumps, but nothing too much. Okay. Oh, I love this Blipper. 30 kilometers an hour. Second gear. Very stable. This bike inspires confidence. Super nimble too. But now I do feel a little bit the seat. I would not necessarily hold that against this bike. I've been riding for a few hours now, hopping onto different bikes. So probably my rear end is a little bit tired by now. And I said early on the ride that I would be afraid that since this is a little bit more sporty position, my legs are a bit bent, and I would expect that after half an hour or so I'll feel the legs. I would say that at the moment I don't. Obviously I feel a little bit, but not in an uncomfortable way. This bike can do everything. There's power everywhere. I just did that turn in 4th gear, 50 kilometers an hour. No issues. There's available power on any gear. And the sound of this bike is pretty cool. Okay. One of the bikes that I made these 2 bends today with more ease and comfort, probably the other one that I felt like this, was the Tiger 900, which is also Triumph, funny enough, despite having a much softer suspension. Maybe the XSR900 is also pretty good there.